Hello and welcome to another Killer Budget Series video. I hope you are all doing well, and look at that, we have surpassed 110 subscribers on this YouTube channel. Thank you everyone who's been able to make this possible. Two things: I will be resetting up the Patreon if you do want to, and adding a Patreon segment at the end of each of my videos after the credits, or something to that degree. And as well, there is a tip link down below if you are inclined and don't want to be on the Patreon list, instead just get a shout out. If you are high enough tier on the Patreon, you'll get a shout out regardless, but if you tip down below, you'll get a shout out anyway. So, Michael Myers, what do? So, the way that he works is he starts an Evil Within 1, which makes his movement speed 105%, meaning that he's only barely faster than the survivor. Also, he's undetectable, meaning all reading perks won't work against him, and he has no terror radius. He has his basic attack also has a pitiful lunge. When you're in Evil Within 2, which allowed music will play after you've stalked enough evil, your terror radius will be 16 meters, your movement speed will be back to 105, and your basic attack will be a normal basic attack. One thing that they don't tell you is once you reach Evil Within 2, you vault slightly faster, which is really good. And then Evil Within 3, when triggered, everyone gets exposed for 30 seconds, and your vaulting speed increases even more, and your terror radius becomes 32 meters. And basically you can stalk people. Yeah, so our add-ons for this build are double stalk add-ons, making it faster for us to level up. And the perks that we're running today is the usual Jolt, getting some regression for downs, Fearmonger, making exhaustion not work on gens, Shattered Hope, making it that we can destroy boon totems and get aura reading, and Nurse's Calling, which allows us to see the auras of people healing who are near us. And because this is actually really good on maybe tier 2 Wraith builds, because he can actually kind of benefit off this, but at the same time, it's kind of meh. The second build is a Scratched Mirror build, which is Boyfriend's Memo and Scratched Mirror, meaning that we're always in tier 1, but we can see people in a 32 meter radius whenever we stalk. With this build, Agitation is a perk that I would run, however you can also run Brutal Strength. The prerequisites will be on screen, I don't feel like I need to say them as much anymore. Fearmonger and Noed, classic 2 perks for a free-to-play budget game, and Save the Best for Last, which is one of the Shape's personal perks and his best one. Whenever you do a basic attack that isn't on the Obsession, you gain a token. Each token makes it so then your weapon wipe recovery animation is faster, meaning you can get into the action faster. The entire point of this build is to just be able to down people and just get back in as soon as we can. However, if you attack the Obsession, you will lose 2 tokens. So there's a bit of a give and take to that one. The final build is something more typical what I would run. However, I would not run Play With Your Food, which is one of the other actually decent perks that Shape has. The way that this one works is if you chase the Obsession and then if you run up to the Obsession and then just not chase the Obsession, you get a movement speed increase of 5%. So with this, if you're in tier 2, going into tier 3, you'll have 130% movement speed, which is actually really crazy good. And it really helps as well because your stalking speed gets increased by this as well, meaning that you can just find someone, stalk them, come close to them, 99 your stalk, find them when there's no pallet, stalk them, boom, kill them. Because we have the Tombstone piece, which allows you to just instantly kill survivors, because Myers is the bottom 5 killer of the game in competitive play. But without further ado, I will choose one of these builds and we'll get into the games, shall we? So here we are in our first game, and I think you'll all like the build I chose. So with this build, Myers doesn't play like Myers at all. Instead, he plays like, I guess, a security camera, I guess you could say. So as you can see, we can just see people really easily. Oh, they've changed the outline for shit now. However, we did not get the map that we wanted, and this person doesn't know how to play the game. So I think it's a win-win situation. And as you can see, we're moving way faster with someone on our shoulder. We want to find people. Oh wow, she just got off. Well, I guess we're done with the fuck out of this person out of the game. But, so for anyone who doesn't know, we're stuck in Tier 1, however we have the amazing ability of being able to see where people are going. And doing that. I bet you... Yeah, that fucking scared the shit out of them. I was gonna say, like, I bet you they had a heart attack. There's no one here. But yeah, that's pretty much what you do with this build. It's called Jump Scare Myers. We don't have all of the perks for it. However, you know, it's fine. We also bring a Leary's Memorial Institute map. However, it didn't work because the survivor brought a bad ham map offering. And then it's just a 50-50. And usually when 50-50 happens, you know, it's a coin flip. And if you ever play a card game or something like that, a 50-50 means that you're just not going to get what you want. Cody talks about explains Yu-Gi-Oh cards for too long. That'd be a funny video. I actually would love to do like Master Duel content and shit like that, but like the problem is I think my MO is this game, as well as, you know, the general like Resident Evil videos and other stuff like that. So the one thing that also is a problem is we have no lunge, and we just have nothing. Like, that was our lunge, and we, like, only barely hit. Okay, so... Okay. The great thing about this is we can just stalk them to see exactly where they're going. I think they do get this only because I'm Tier 1. Oh. So irritating. So many gold pellets. This is why Brutal Strength would have been good. Gotcha. We can see that they're trying to come up and help. We could easily just go for camping at this point because there's no way they can actually do generators at this point. But instead, I would rather just go for the actual play. Because I would rather just actually play the game. Give you all an actual game as well, and we can all just have fun. So we'll have a look around. See that someone's over here. And get them. This is the really good thing about this power. You are slow as fuck, but if you can actually ambush people, you basically just win from that. Well, now we're in a situation where we literally win the game, so there's no reason not to camp. You have a 32-meter stalk. This is probably... Oh, I thought that was someone on her for a second. Okay. So now what we will do is now we'll just try to move around and actually find them. Damn it. I wanted to scare them again. Whoever falls in my trap perishes. And found you. I think we go for a little bit more fun and we prolong the game a little bit. And we go try to find the Nia. Just because like they're injured, we have the ability to like stalk. One thing I think would be awesome is if Killer got a perk that increased their aura reading ranges. Dun 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 dun. Da 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 da. I'm probably an asshole, but like this is just, it's fun to play a character who is unconventional against players who don't know how to play the game. And now we basically win, unless she has deliverance. Oh no, that was the second hook. So the one great thing about this build, and with tier 2 Myers as well, is you can kind of just stalk around. Deer Stalker is also a ridiculously good perk, but I feel like we'll get into that later when we actually go and try to discuss the more, like the builds that are more about actually, like getting all 4 survivors down with the 1 proc of, our power. But with that, that is the first game. So let's get into the second game after everyone is dead. There we go. Now, wasn't that a bloodbath? So, this is the Prestige 6 outfit for Myers. Just wanted to show it off. The Prestige 2 has the hands be bloodied. I wish this was part of the P1. It would look so fucking cool. And the mask just has like this nice little thing of blood. I really wish it had the bloodied eyes from the second movie. However, let's get into the builds, shall we? So, the first one is just a generic, you know, average, let's go find people and down them build. The second one, we're using Overcharge, we're using Save the Best for Last. It's the same build, but instead of Jolt, we're using Overcharge, and we're using the Double Stalk add-ons. This time using Judah's Journal, which means that when we stalk the Obsession, we get 40% more, and with this one we get 25, so we get 65% more when we stalk our Obsession. And this build is just a trivia. Did you know Pebsy made a video today? Did you know that Tombstone Piece will not deactivate Ruin? That's funny. But, did you really think I would be talking about Myers without talking about one of his more really fun builds? You're silly. What we're actually going to bring for the second game is still, yet again, another Jolt build. But we're running something special, which is Monotone Abuse, which is a Doctor perk. So, one thing that you might not know is that Monotone Abuse is actually really good on this killer. You run Dead Rabbit, and then you run the Vanity Mirror. And this is going to be the build that we play today. So the way that this build works is Monotone Abuse makes our 16 meter tear radius 8 meters, and Dead Rabbit makes our tear radius 4 meters. Meaning, basically, whenever we're walking around, we have undetectable, we can see people for 16 meters, and we have a normal tear radius and everything. So, let's get into the game, shall we? So, here we are in our second game, and this isn't a man, it's not the best, but it's not the worst, I guess. So, basically we need to first get to Evil Within 1, to get out of Evil Within 1, sorry, to actually be able to use our power. And as you can see, our knife has Play-Doh on it. In fact, we have a lot of Play-Doh on us as well. So the general thing with Myers is you're trying to stalk. So you try to hide behind cover a little bit and just try to get good angles on people. So then you can kind of see them without them noticing you at all. Yep. Gens go fucking flying, eh? There you go. So, we can now see the auras of people, which is awesome. So now our terror radius is actually bigger. Our terror radius now is -4 and then we +8. Damn, I tried to not get stunned by that. Anyway, we can see that their shadow was still there, so they're still obviously... Yeah, there we are. Builds like this aren't really what you want to see with this kind of build. Maps like this, because there isn't much blocking. There isn't much sight blocking. You can see a good look at that knife there. But yeah, so Vanity Mirror is pretty decent. And I think it's really good to show the duality of Myers through his add-ons more than his power, because his power is pretty lackluster, I would say. Like, his power is just, I have a chance to down everyone if they're bad. Like, that's the power. Gotcha. Look at that actual lunge, baby! Oh, it's so good to actually see a lunge. We have 2 people here, so... I kind of feel like the tunnel. I won't lie, I kind of feel like the tunnel. Mainly only because of the fact that, drops pallet. There's a surprise, I brought a Mori! And of course, when a killer tries to do anything, there has to be a survivor that tries to say no. As is the rules of the game. Come on, Quentin, don't be lame. We don't have agitation, but it still doesn't matter, we're still able to get to where we want to go. I can see you, boy. We kind of don't want them to die. Oh. Now we want to tunnel them out of the game because I have a Mori. We don't actually have to. We can go and actually hook people. It'd be really good if we had a fucking barbecue. Oh, we just missed that. We have to do this. We have to break this. You know where they're going off to. Yeah, they fucking have a med kit, it seems like. Or they have self-care. I hate optimal survivors like this. It's the most irritating thing. It's just like, let me heal myself. Where the fuck? Oh, we went. Why won't we? I pressed the stalk button. There she is. Feels like she can see us through walls. Jesus. It's because we have a 4-meter turn radius, probably. Trying to show everyone the cool Mori. Okay, I'm actually stalking. Why can't I see them? Yeah, 16 meters isn't that big. Oh, they of these lockers. Probably not. We're probably gonna lose this entire game because I'm like, I want to show you guys the Mori and do some cool stuff, and then like, you know, it's like, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to just gain your advantage. Play DBD like a normal human being. Man, I really wish that it was bigger than 16 meters. What's the bet she's just in the corner of the fucking map? Yeah, we just literally, for some reason, this person's like just too good at hiding against wall hacks. Okay, so now we're screwed. Great. Curse of Corn maps, I suppose. So annoying when you're just like, okay, well I found someone, I guess I could try to get advantage, and then it's just like immediate, like, no, you can't get any advantage because we're already winning. Okay, game said no. And we said yo ho ho. So I guess we're camping. Oh, they light up when you are stalking. Look at these fucking people. They're vultures, I tell you. I can see you. Pack of wild beasts you all are. Now we get our Mori, finally. Gotcha. Yeah, we can't do anything. I mean, like that's the annoying, that's why NOED is so good. But like, man, it sucks not being able to do anything. But yeah, so that was the second game. So that game ended poorly. We couldn't really Mori anyone because people were just too fucking good, which is basically the par for the course for every single second game I do in this series. But now we're into the DLC territory, so let's see the DLCs that we're picking. So the first one is not All Kill. In fact, it is the best DLC, in my opinion, for Myers, which is the Demise of the Faithful or the Plague DLC. The reason why is because we get Corrupt Intervention, a ridiculously good perk for Myers, because it means that you can just stalk for 120 seconds and not worry about all of the gens being done, as well as Infectious Fright, meaning that every single time we down someone, everyone in our turn radius, which is 32 meters, in tier 3, will basically scream, meaning that we can down someone, find someone, down someone, find someone, down someone, find someone, die. We're running Shattered Hope, and we're running Jolt as well, just so we have a little bit of progression. We're running a Mori, and we're running Infinite Tier 3 for this build. The prerequisites is just Plague. This one is kind of similar. We're running Nemesis, and we're running Lethal Pursuer. This one we're running the Tombstone Piece J. Myers Memorial, so this one is just about finding people, getting 2 people out of the game as soon as we can, and then playing a very unfair game afterwards. The final one is this, which is kind of unfinished. It is the Infinite Tier 3 Maury Myers, as I like to call it. Or Bullshit, or Jason Voorhees mode, if you want to, from the Friday the 13th game. So, for this one we've added the Pinhead DLC for Deadlock, and we'll also be adding a different DLC later anyway. So, this one is a bit sketchy, a bit weird. It's kind of just a proof of concept, really. The entire point of this build is that you have Play With Your Food, you have Deadlock, you would ideally then run Corrupt Intervention and Lethal Pursuer, so then you can find people, you can get your obsession tokens, and then boom, you're done. You don't need to worry about anything at all. But yeah, these are the builds that we'll be playing today, and I think I'll choose this one. So, let's get into the game. Hello and welcome to the third part of this series. We are running Corrupt Intervention, and we're running Infinite Tier 3 Myers. We have the script. We have the one of my old favorite weapons from Myers. We have, the screwdriver. Totally wasn't blanking on what the name of this item was. We have a bunch of Megs. Oh, is this like... Oh no, okay. I was gonna say. As soon as she saw who we were. Megs are like actual, like... deers, I feel like. And are you ready? Okay. I feel like that's pretty weird that they wouldn't be immediately on the gen. Yeah. So we know one of them has a boon, and we know that we can snuff it out. So sadly, we can't just stalk off for one person to get everything we need. Excuse me, your warranty has expired. And now we have the fun begin. We can also just generally kick gens. We don't even need to worry about our power, which is the awesome thing. Can't remember what it's called, but the Deer add-on, the Deer perk, Deer Stalker, that's it. Deer Stalker could actually be a really good perk for this build if you wanted to remove Jolt for it. But yeah, so now we just have Infinite Tier 3. Our Tier 3 will never run out. So for the rest of the game, we just have Tier 3. And we vault faster. You have to run faster, son. Man, sprint burst. double vault. Damn. Man, imagine if there was a killer that could throw things that was actually good. Oh my god, they're literally just a pack of animals. It's literal a pack of animals where they just like, the wild gazelle finds the lion and sprints off. Like, Jesus Christ. I swear I heard someone running. May have just been my feet. We don't care too much about tunneling, but if we get the opportunity, we will take it. Jesus, this is why Deadlock is so good. Okay. Chill vault. And she's now fucked. We also know where the other person is, but for now we'll just hook this person, making no use of Infectious Fright. The next one, I think I might have to bend the rules a little bit. For the Infinite Tier 3 Moira Myers. But I might not, who knows. Man, healing against Infinite Tier 3, huh? That's funny. I wish we had, Pop or something. I guess that would be, what you would run instead of Jolt. Oh, here it is. Snuff this bad boy. There's no one around, but we broke it. There's no one on that gen. We basically just need to get gens under wraps and then we're fine. This gen here is the most priority. This and that gen over there. Speak of the devil. Come on, Meg. Let's play this game. Gotcha. We do have a Moi, but it's a green Moi. But that means we still get to kill someone, which is fun. Mois are really cool in my opinion. Like, yes, oh no, I can't teabag and flashlight. Oh my god. But it's like, come on. You can do that for the first two hooks when, like, you actually have all the advantage and the killer has none. Oh god, look at that. So disgusting how much value they just got. Making it so then they play poorly. And then as soon as they go over there, we can hit them. The great thing is we know no one is nearby due to the fact that our perk did not proc. However, we're now in a terrible 3-gen on a map that isn't very good for killer. So that's not good. Yeah. Yep. I'm so used to being able to mind game them by just seeing where they're going. This one has a Lithe instead. That's way better than Sprint Burst for me. Are you immoyable? No. We saw that someone's on that gen over there. Man. However... where the fuck are they? freaking don't be all like, you found someone when like you didn't even see them. Like, Jesus. Yeah, that was just an unfortunate thing for you. And then Meghead survives due to the power of bullshit. Thank God. And we get a kill. Let's go. To be fair, our Corrupt Intervention was really bad. We didn't really get anything. And if you... Oh, God. I feel like the exit gates go way too fast. It's obviously just a... Well, you mowed someone, so obviously, like, they're in communications, you know, swift power. Come on, don't teabag. No, that was Ash. Okay. It's also like you rarely ever actually hear the exit gate going off. Yeah, I don't really care about the hatch. If they find it, they're gonna find it first. Well, that was the final game. So that end of that game wasn't because they found hatch. Apparently, my completely fine internet had a crash when it was at 4 bars. And I had, you know, I put up YouTube, said, hey, do you work? And I was like, yeah, man, we're working fine. There's been no detected abnormalities in your internet. I was like, ah, oh, cool, so Steam's fucking up again. Anyway, we now have 2 DLCs. So, for the build we just played, we are adding Bamboozle and Pop, just so then we have a much better chase, so then we can actually get these downs quicker. Infectious Fight, Corrupt Intervention, Pop, and Bamboozle. Bamboozle we vault even faster than we are in Tier 3. Pop, we break gens whenever we hook someone. Corrupt Intervention, we slow the game down just a little bit, like if you remember. And Infectious Fight, we just get to know where people are, generally when we down someone. This is probably close to what I would run on Myers. I would probably run Blood Warden instead of No Way Out just for the memes. But yeah, Tombstone Peace, J Myers Memorial, then Lethal, No Way Out, Starstruck, Noed. As I said, I'll probably run Blood Warden for the memes. And the final one, and the one we're going to do today, we have a Black Ward just for it. Infinite Tier 3 Myers. This is what everyone hates to see when they play this game. So, basically the way that this works is if you get 3 stacks of play with your food, they will not know by your hand. So see how our hand is open right now? Our hand is closed when we move. It's something to the degree of your hand either is closed when you're in Tier 3 normally, or it's open when you're in Tier 3 normally. But because this slows you down, it makes it so that your hand is different, and survivors can see that and then know that you have this add-on, unless you have play with your food. We're running Discordance just so that we get the early jump on people. As I said earlier, I would way rather Corrupt Intervention, Deadlock, Lethal Pursuer, and Play With Your Food for this build. If you want to run a build like this, I would recommend getting that. I would also like to say that generally, every single DLC that I point out for a killer, I would say if you want to main that killer, get all of them. If you want to play Myers, I would recommend, obviously, Plague number 1. Like, Plague number 1, get, you know, Starstruck and No Way Out. Get, you know, Legion, not so much. I wouldn't say get Legion, personally. But, like, get Nemesis, get Trickster, get Plague, get Pinhead, and get, like, Freddy. There's all the folks you need. You could also get Spirit if you wanted to, just so then you can have, you know, the Spirit Fury Enduring with Bamboozle, so then you just say no. One thing I will say as well, when Albert Wesker comes out, I would actually highly recommend running the perk that whenever someone vaults a window, you can vault it at like 40% speed. Running that with Myers just means that like you catch up so quickly. And hell, you could even run that with Bamboozle, but like if you run that with Infinite Tier 3, you're probably getting the down. So with that, let's hope that we're able to stalk enough people to get our Tier 3 going, and let's see how the game goes, shall we? So, just before we get into this video, we have Snooze Devi. So, go follow Snooze Devi at Twitch. He does play Stinky Steve, but hey, we like to shout people out. And I would like to just take this moment, I like to try to have one moment. There only 11% of you are subscribed. I'm actually pretty proud of that because it used to be 0.5%. Probably due to the massive Monopoly boom. But it'd be awesome if you did subscribe, maybe watch content, leave a comment, tip down below, or anything like that. Share with a friend, you know, general stuff. So, yet again, the build that we're running is the Infinite Tier 3 Moira Myers. Let's see if we can't make this TTV player scream. Okay, so we're in our map. We are on Badham. Kind of feels ironic due to the fact that we started on Badham, and now we will end on Badham. So Discordance hopefully will proc soon, showing that there are 2 people on 1 gen. For this build to work, you need to stalk basically 3 full survivors. Yep. They can't do anything and we can suck this one dry. Yep. Here's we've sucked her dry. I heard Bill, but there's a gen over here that is shiny and wanting us to hug it. No, we need to be way closer. Aha, it's a TTV. Yeah, so yeah, as you can see, it takes a long time for you to actually get all of the stock you need. Okay, we've done him. So now it should just be this Kate left. Okay. I think as soon as we get this Kate, we'll be done. There we go. We'll break this with our gross ugly feet. She bamboozled herself. And now anyone we find is now screwed. However, we've not found the obsession yet, so we don't have any speed increases. Man, that's actually really annoying. Yeah, if we don't find Bill and get our stacks of stuff up, I don't think we're going to be looking too hot. Yeah, I think we bamboozled ourselves, actually. Because if Bill's smart, he'll know what we have. So he'll just then, you know, not let us chase him. Oh. Yeah, I think we've screwed ourselves, actually. Okay, we found Bill. We just need to have the perk activate. Okay, we're already a little bit faster. Okay. We just need one more. We'll just take that. If he's gonna let us kill him, even with 2 stacks, I think we can still do good. And everyone's gonna know what we have now anyway, so it doesn't matter about getting the 3rd one. So right now we're at normal killer speed. So we're now pretty much fine. As long as we can actually kill people, we'll be fine. We should kick this, just because we kick things faster in our hospital gown. As we all know, skirts make you more powerful, especially if you're a manly man. Yeah, we'll just kick this. Make sure everything is fucking regressing. Okay, so the one counterplay to this build is just going into lockers. And getting off of gens. Don't do that. Now we just need to find Steve, and I guess we'll let the Attack on Titan fan go. This build is extremely... Oh, we even know where they are. Dun 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 dun. Okay, we just need to find where they are now. Knowing them, they're probably hiding because they're like, I don't want to deal with being Moid. Oh, there's the bill. We'll snuff this out. Just in case it is Shadow Step or something. Okay, so they're in a pretty bad situation for gens. That one I can tell is not being worked on because I don't hear the noises of the chink chink chink. Okay. I guess they're like literally just like, I don't want to play anymore. Oh, I think they want the streamer to live, but I don't want the streamer to live. I want to kill the streamer. One of these has... Oh, there you are. Die, streamer, die! For you have sinned for being a Steve. Die. Oh, I get the joke. I think this is actually gonna be pretty funny. We're gonna have them be on bed. That's funny. Okay. I enjoy your humor, Steve. She's sleeping. They're sleeping on the bed. They've had a bit too much to drink. Anyway, let's get to the end results. And so, that is the end of our video. One massive shout out to Snooze Devi. They are incredibly cool and chill. They're a VTuber too, so that's pretty pog. They just hit 500 followers or subscribers, and they were having a celebration, and they were like, well, we just wanted to have fun. It was a pretty good joke, and I can agree. So definitely send them a follow, send them some love. And I want to end this video with a little bit extra. So I want to show you guys not budget builds, but builds for what I would run personally for every kind of type of power that Shape has. He is an insanely fun character when it comes to the creativity that you can bring with him, so I really wanted to show that off. Here we have the Infinite Tier 3 build, which is Corrupt Intervention, Deadlock, Brutal Strength, and Bamboozle, 2 Chase perks, and 2 Gen Slowdown perks, just so then you can like get those downs rolling. The next one is the Tombstone Myers Memorial. This one is very simple, as I said earlier, Lethal Pursuer, Starstruck, Blood Warden, Noed. You're basically running Lethal just to get the end of the game. If you wanted to as well, it's actually probably way more recommended to have a build like this. But it's really just up to you. And the final one, which is the J Meyer, the one we just did, I would run this. This would be my build if I were to run it in a more, run it to be a really good build. And we'll go to this, no, we'll go to this one actually. And then the final ones are Vanity Mirror, which I would run something on the lines of... Where's Monitor and Abuse? Let's see what it is. I didn't know if it was 5 or not. So Monitor and Abuse is basically a stock standard-y kind of thing, where you want to get into the end game. So it would literally just be your average romp of Starstruck, No Way Out. Where's No Way Out? But I think actually for this one I would run something more akin to this. This is what I would run for Tier 2. Monitor and Abuse, No Way Out, Lethal, and Starstruck, just so we can get into the game as soon as we can and do shit like that. And the final one, which is the Scratched Mirror Myers. Obviously, for this one you run Boyfriend's Memo. One thing I think is really cool for this build, and I don't think too many people talk about it, is Rancor. Just being able to get a free kill at the end of the game. Lethal, just generally good, but you really want in this build to have either really good ambush, so you would 100% run Leary's Memorial Institute, and as well you would want to run perks. They only really work when like people are scared of you, like they're intimidated, like keep jumping out of nowhere to scare them and shit like that. So obviously you can run shit like Starstruck, but I feel like with a build like this, you're going for a very end-gamey approach, so I think having everything be centered around the end of the game would be way better. So I would run maybe something like this, maybe even instead of this, we run something like Blood Warden, just to be extra scary. But with that, I hope you all have a lovely day, and I'll see you with the next killer, which is apparently Freddy Krueger. Goodbye.